Hey guys, what's going on? This is Word here, bringing you another game from Snute. In this case, it is going to be him versus Bingo, who is our red Terran here on the lower portion of Daybreak. Snute, of course, the blue Zerg up here in the upper right. So it's going to be some ZVT action. This one, I believe it's from the same replay pack, but it was also featured on Gosu Gamers as a recommended replay, and I do tend to snatch those up just as soon as I can and make sure that you guys can get some of the great content that this community has to offer. So hopefully we are looking forward to a really good game here. We are going to see Snute, of course, moving that Overlord out, seeing what's up, and we'll see what sort of pressure these guys decide to put on it, whether it's meant to be a bit more passive. Daybreak, definitely a map where people decide, hey, this is a map where I can macro. It's big. It's got a fairly easily defendable natural, and the third bases are relatively close. Let's go ahead and macro it. It's kind of one of the first maps to be that way, I would say. A lot of new metagame strategies and stuff like that have developed purely because of the existence of this map, and we should all be very grateful that it's here because it is pretty damn good. Bingo up here. Looks like he is not going to wall off with his initial supply depot, instead going to be using the barracks to partially wall off. Could be building a second barracks here and going for a little bit of 2-racks aggression. That is possible, not super common on Daybreak because, like I said, it is very massive. And generally, aggression where you walk slow units like Marines across the map gets less and less effective the bigger the map is and the farther away it is from your opponent. So it's likely we're going to see a command center after this barracks goes down. It's much more common opening. In TVZ, and especially on Daybreak, we're going to see Snute going hatch first. No surprise there at all. And he's going to be moving his Overlords around the map. Daybreak is a great map for Overlords. You can stick one here. See when your opponent is moving out in that area. You can stick one right here. It's like it's a little box made just for your Overlord. See what's going on there. And you can really get a good view on what your opponent is up to, and that is why Zergs do tend to like this map, because being the reactive race that they are, it is so important to scout things like gas timings and when exactly your opponent is maybe moving to take a third base or moving across the map, because you have to be prepared. The general goal of Zerg, of course, is to make as many drones as you can get away with until you're forced to make units. And while that's not always how you play, it is the best way to play macro style. Now we do see Bingo is going to be moving in here and seeing what his opponent's up to. You're going to see that 15 hatch down. Not going to be too shocked. It's going to be like, it's a 15 hatch. Pretty normal. Here comes the spawning pool. Pretty normal as well. And of course, the Overlord will pop just in time for a queen to be built here for Snute. And we do, in fact, have this CC going down now for Bingo. So it looks like both players are ready to open up a little bit more economically. Although Snute here is taking a very fast double gas. And it looks like he could be painting some aggression on this. There's definitely no double extractor trick or anything like that. He's not supply blocked. He could be going for probably a Roach Baneling bust, I would imagine. If we're going to get 2 gas this aggressively, you want to be able to afford Roaches and Banelings very fast. That would be my guess. We're going to see exactly what he does decide to lay down. He's saturating both of them. Maybe an incredibly fast Lair to Nidus. Oh, there's a lot of possibilities. There's so many possibilities here for Snute. I'm very excited. Meanwhile, back at Bingo's base, we do have 1, 2, 3 barracks and 2 gas going down. So, very normal for the Terran, pretty abnormal here for the Zerg, and it looks like he is going to start that speed, of course. Very important upgrade. Probably one of the most important upgrades in ZVT, if you want to control heli and stuff like that. We'll have to see exactly. Oh, there's the Roach one going down for Snute. So, it's going to be some Roach-based aggression. I would not be surprised to see a Baneling's Nest down as well. I mean, it's unlikely you're going to spend this much gas on pure Roaches. So we'll see if Snute decides to lay that down. Back in Bingo's base, just producing those Marines, and now he's going to be getting a factory up. So it looks like he's not looking for early pressure. Could do a little bit of delayed Hellion pressure. We're going to see if he builds a reactor on this barrack. Should be doing it very soon if he's going to bother with any Hellions. And yeah, there we go. So reactor's going to go down there. But he's going to be met with very fast Roaches, and of course very fast Zerglings. There's a little plan word there for you. And ooh, Snute actually stopped mining. Just mining enough gas. It looks like he's 1 gas short of building another Roach. But he's going to build 8 Roaches and then go for a bunch of Speedlings. So that's this is very interesting, and this is something I don't see a lot of Zergs do. Taking advantage, getting 2 gas up. There we go. Now he's going to grab some gas to get another Roach up. And just using what gas he needs to, then pulling out. Because 2 extractors is not the hugest investment. And you don't need to mine gas from them just because they're up. Now we're going to see Snute moving out here. 9 Roaches. making a bunch of speedlings behind as well. We have 10 on the field, 4 on the field, or 4 in the making. We do have only 1 bunker up, and the Terran has no idea this is coming. Bingo does have this tower held, and he is going to just now see a trickle of units, now becoming an absolute flood. Snute coming up with a bunch of roaches. He's going to need a wall immediately. Second bunker finishing here by the ramp, but these bunkers aren't really going to be able to protect each other. Hellion is going to be a pretty big deal in defending against these Zerglings, but what is he going to do against the roaches? Here they come. Is Bingo going to hold? He is producing, you know, Marauders now to be able to deal with those roaches, but this is pre-stim. The Marines on the high ground doing a ton of damage. There's a lot of roaches here, and they take so long to kill. The Marauder dealing serious damage from the high ground there, though, and I cannot believe that this bunker is still standing. The repair perfectly used there by Bingo. Snute might be able to break down the spark. Looks like that bunker is going to go down now. The units on the low ground, they're going to be cleaned up, and now with 2 Marauders on the high ground and Hellions as well, this wall is closed. I don't think Snute's going to be able to get into the main, but he will be able to deny this base for just a little bit longer and do a little bit more structural damage. How many SCV kills did he get there? It looks like 8 SCVs were killed by the Zerg player. But there's a powerful army, anti-roachling as I've ever seen. A bunch of Marauders and Hellions should be able to clean this up very well. That was a great reaction there by Bingo. Handled that awesomely. Really only lost units. He lost a few workers, but not as much as Snute is sacrificing by pouring all of this aggression onto his opponent. We take a look at the units lost tab. We see Snute is behind by 700 resources. The worker count 37 drones, 34 drones. Now he's okay. It's bouncing all over the place. This is making spine crawlers, of course, because now he lost all his units. If he wants to defend, he's going to need them. But drone count 32, 31. Now it's evening up, and this is exactly not where a Zerg player wants to be. And Snute, of course, is also going to be extra paranoid about taking that 3rd hatchery. He does need to be greedy in some aspects. He is laying down these 2 evolution chambers to try to make up for the deficit in which he has landed himself. But will it be enough? We have Bingo now with a strong army, a smattering of Marauders to do very well versus roaches. Army supply currently 25 to 4. Of course, that can change in the blink of an eye if Snute decides to pop out some roaches or Zerglings. We don't really have that much map presence for the Zerg. He's not really positioned in the right places to see a push coming. He doesn't have the tower held. Now, it looks like Bingo is going to be moving up across the map, and he's going to be pushing in towards the 3rd. Does he know about the 3rd? Let's take a look at that vision. No, he doesn't, but he soon will. No, could be just going right for the natural. Not a bad idea. He knows his opponent lost a lot, and this is a good opportunity for him to go for the kill. Snute is going to be getting +1/+1 for those Zerglings. And, of course, the rest of his units getting the benefit of the Carapace as well. And it looks like he's not quite going to wait for Combat Shield. Bingo going to roll in here, start denying his 3rd base. Snute is probably going to be forced to cancel this. He knows he cannot deal with this army. And we do have Baneling Speed as well as the Infestation Pit on the way. He's going to try to go for a Ling Flake. I don't know if this is the best idea. Snute, he's going to have to cancel this hatcher there. It does get canceled. No, he's going for the run-by, not going for the pincer move, counting on his Spine Crawlers and Queens and Lings at home to hold this off. And this run-by is going to catch a lot of reinforcements here. But these Marines are stim ready. Their Combat Shield just about to pop. They made the Lings so much more effective, but still. There we go. Combat Shield sprouting out of their arms. Totally normal. Totally the way the human body works. And well, I guess it is a Marine suit. So no, you know, it is totally normal. And now he's going to push into the Spine Claws. Marauders adding extra DPS to that, but he forced to cancel on the 3rd hatch. He's got a 3rd CC about halfway done. He doesn't need to push up here. There's no reason to force the engagement unless he finds that he really has a good chance. And he does have a lot of army here, 47 to 23. He's more than doubling his opponent's supply. He can tell that Snute is on the ropes, and he's going to move in. All these Marines have stim. We have a couple Banelings morphing in the back for Snute, but he's going to need some dynamite connections if he's going to hold this off. 2 of the Spine Crawlers are going to go down. There's a lot of Marines here, but they're going to run right into the Banelings as the speed finishes at the perfect time, and Snute is actually going to be able to clean up this impressive force. A few more Lings popping out to get rid of those Marauders, and amazingly, Snute has somehow evened up the game. 25 army supply. He now has 52 drones for the 50 SCVs. Still not in the best position, but he definitely saved himself from death right there. A few units going to come out here, try to pick off what remains, but these Lings will definitely get shredded by those bio units. They're going to have to pull back for just a little bit. Snute now with 1-1 finish. He's got Infestors on the way, and the 3rd has been laid down, but Bingo is in a good spot as well. His SCV count is high. Not going to be able to lay on too much aggression with these Speedlings. Snute going to get a good surround there. Medevac's not in the best spot to be able to pick stuff like that up. A few Marines are going to be right up here on the top as well, possibly be able to pick off an Overlord. No, not quite going to be able to see that, but yeah, Bingo is in a good spot as well. He's got a high SCV count, he's got a 3rd CC ready to go, and he's also producing tanks, getting that strong mid-game Terran army that's really, really good at controlling the map. We are going to have Snute run in here, though. Looks like he's going to get himself a tank kill, which is a big deal when you do have that, only one factory producing tanks at the moment. And he's going to start breaking down the front. Is there enough here for Bingo? Have the tables suddenly been turned? We have Snute here. Looks like he is going to do some serious damage. Morphing in some Banelings, actually. There isn't enough production here to just keep the constant flow away. And it's going to be stymied a little bit here. Yeah, okay. Bingo will be able to deny these Banelings, but Snute playing so aggressively. A ton more Zerglings on the way. He does have that 3rd base just popping up now, but his drone count is suffering. 60 SCVs to 51 drones. This creep spread here really denying this 3rd base very well. But oh, there's a fungal. Not sure what that infestor is doing there, but it got the fungal off. It saved its own life, I would say. And we are going to have these Marines coming down here to deny this creep, but that's exactly what Snute is waiting for. He's going to run in here with a ton of Zerglings, and where is the rest of the army? For Bingo, 31 army supply. We got a few medevacs in the area. We got a tank back here. But right now he just does not have a lot on the map. Snute going to come in now, pick off this tank. There's going to be a ton of Zerglings coming in. The tanks will just keep getting picked off. Bingo not able to get that tank on up, trying to build another factory there. But the Lings are in the base now, right on top of the production. Some going after these Lings as well. Infestor does get picked off there. But oh boy, I think this might be it for Bingo. There's too many Lings in his main. The 1-1 on them is really dynamite right on top of these Marines. Going to pick off what he can. Snute flooding more and more Zerglings across the map, getting the 3rd base mining as well, but he's just not producing any more drones at the moment. Oh, can Bingo possibly stabilize? He's got a lot of reactor barracks here. He's able to produce Marines almost as fast as Snute can produce Lings here, but oh boy, we have a ton of Banelings morphing in. 4 on the field, 15 on the way. They do have speed, +2. Carapace is about to finish, +2 weapons. Probably doesn't want to wait for that, but he is going to move in now. One good fungal growth on those Marines will make the Banelings so very devastating, but a really good spread here from Bingo. Could do the trick. We have a lot of Banelings here, though. Does he have enough Marines to spread against that? There's just so much stuff here for Snute. A lot of Marines up here at the top, but there's a fungal on them. The Banelings absolutely destroy the SCVs. All of them are going down. Now, we do have him holding, but how many workers were killed there? For Snute, it looks like, oh boy, 45 workers killed, and Bingo is going to leave the game at that point. Snute taking victory there with a huge economic blast, and he knew he could not recover from it. So that was a very cool game, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Really cool, aggressive play there by Snute, and I think Bingo defended really, really damn well, but it just was not enough. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and follow me on twitch.tv/Wyrd5. Follow my Twitter as well, at Wyrdcast, so you can get upcoming announcements about any events or such and that I might be streaming, stuff like that, and of course just see what's going on with me if you do happen to give a damn. Now, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys at the next cast. Word up.